What is going on, everybody? This is Dave, and welcome back to Wolves We. Another episode today, and the penultimate episode of Season 4. And it's probably one of our best seasons that we've had yet this year. So if you haven't caught it, you know, you can obviously see sort of from the start of Season 4 a few episodes ago. You'll see the titles, you know when that is. Because it was a really fun season. It's done really well. But today we've got two massive games against two massive teams. Two teams that are doing really, really well. Chelsea and Manchester City. We've got 3 games since sort of after our FA Cup tie last episode. If you haven't gone and caught that, go and watch that one before obviously we catch up today. As always, the support is fantastic. Make sure you hit the like button already and leave me a comment down below if you have been watching since the start of this series, and let me know who's your favourite player been throughout the whole series. And obviously we could jump into it now. We've played 3 games in the meantime and then 2 games today. So after our loss in the FA Cup, we also got a loss in the league, unfortunately. It was a really early goal, Harry Maguire grabbing it, and it was a dreadful game for us, to be honest. Injuries really giving us a bit of grief, to be honest. We were without Demarai Gray, Matt Ritchie, Trincao obviously still injured. You know, our key wingers, really. So we lacked a lot today. Strikers didn't really get going, no shots on target, and Leicester had a really comfortable game. As you can see, they didn't include Helder Costa, they didn't include Cavallero, who obviously plays for them, but end of our unbeaten run in the league, and very, very poor performance. We then continued the poor streak and have a really poor game against Spurs this time. Spurs have got such a weirdly strong team. You know, they won 3-0, Giovanni Simeone with 2, Mario Mandzukic with a wonderful goal as well, but they played Kane and Mandzukic out wide. Simeone's a great player as well. They've got some really, really strong talents now, Spurs, and hence they're sort of up there at the moment. So, disappointing nonetheless. We've never got going again this game, similar to the Leicester game. So we do need to change something. And we did just that, and we bounced back, winning ways, which is good. We changed back to sort of the 4-3-3 formation, really. The 2 wingers and the striker, the 2 central midfielders and the DM. It worked. Kai Serhouse starting up front on his own, a bit more direct, and he got them on the break twice and scored 2 goals. Perfect for us. Watford have got some great players. Obviously, Martin Ødegaard, so highly tipped in previous years. He still looks very, very talented, though, doesn't he? Really talented. It's worth me giving him a good scout. I wouldn't mind maybe signing him on a cheeky transfer next year. But is his contract up, or no? His contract's still another couple of years. Anyway, ignore me. I'll just be nosy. So, as you can see, 3 losses on the bounce, but we have bounced back with a win. But in the meantime, we've lost 2 games in the league, which allowed teams to make up ground with us and stuff and catch up. Today are 2 really, really difficult games. Chelsea challenging for the title, but I think, you know, it's United's to lose, to be honest. And then Man City, who have done it, you know, they're still 5th, but this is one of their best performances for a few seasons, to be honest. So it's going to be difficult. You can see the league table on the left here. We'll get it up a little bit bigger. We're 7th in the league at the moment. Arsenal do have a game in hand. If they win that, they can overtake us on goal difference. So we've got to pick it up, really. We're 1 point behind Liverpool, who have obviously overtaken us, and we are 6 points behind Man City. A win against Chelsea will be good. As I say, United, the league is theirs to lose, really. Chelsea, I say United probably won the league. Chelsea should have top 4. Spurs probably should do. And it's sort of Everton and Man City battling for that last top 4 place. As it stands, 7th would be okay for Europe. Top 7 is an aim. It's a fantastic finish nonetheless. Manchester United have already won the Carabao Cup, so we don't need to worry about that. The FA Cup is Spurs, and I think they've got Stoke off the top of my head. And Chelsea have got Arsenal. So we need either Chelsea or Arsenal. Chelsea or Spurs rather, to win the FA Cup, and then 7th place will get a Europa League spot. So it's gonna be interesting, to say the least. If we can grab 3 points, I think, from these 2 games, I'll be happy. It's 2 tough games. We still play Liverpool as well. There's 5 games left. It's still open, but I'm just a bit wary about Arsenal at the moment. I think, you know, it's us and Arsenal battling for that last spot. You know, we're 5 points clear of Bournemouth. You know, let's just get into it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to play the same formation as last game that we did against Watford, against Chelsea. If that goes horribly wrong, we'll go 4-4-2 at home to Man City. But we'll give it a go. Let's go and see how we can get on. So then here are the teams for today's game. Chelsea, starting with their familiar sort of 5-2-2-1 formation. How we used to play at the start of the series. Courtois in goal, Christensen, Rudiger, and Fabio, who's a regen at the back. Alaba and Kurt Zouma as the wing-backs. Drinkwater and Kante in the middle. Alcacer, Williams and Dybala. Pretty interesting, you know, starting Paco Alcacer out wide. Zouma as well at wing-back. This Fabio guy, he doesn't look bad. He looks okay. But we are sitting with this formation. Sirhois will start up front again. Jota will come in on the left-hand side. Matt Ritchie will start on the right. Demarai going not quite ready to return. Andre Gomez, Fellaini and Coquelin in the midfield with Shaw, Bamba, Bastoni, Maffio and Rajkovic in goal. Today we're going to go assertively. You know, we owe Chelsea. Let's go with that. Always seems to do well. Always seems to get a reaction. Come on, Wolves. Let's try and grab 3 points. So here we are then at Stamford Bridge. And I say that I want sort of 3 points from this game. That would be extremely ideal. Condition of some Chelsea players a little bit deteriorated. But nonetheless, let's see how we can get on. Maffio on the right-hand side. Matt Ritchie. Can we get a good ball in? We can. Andre Gomez! Come on! First goal in the old gold for Andre Gomez. And it may well be one of the most important goals of the season. We're up to into the top 6. Andre Gomez started the move, and look at this run inside now. As the AP, he runs in and pokes it home, and that goal on its own may well earn him a contract at Wolves. Free kick here by Chelsea. Alaba plays it wide to Williams, or cut back in, ball across, headed away, only back as far as Kante, who's in there. Ball into Zouma, out to Alcacer, and Zouma, great football between the two of them. Paco Alcacer makes it 1-1. Poor marking there, really. We should be closing down a little bit quicker. And Chelsea level, we move back down to 7th place, obviously. Jota does have a slight knock. Half an hour in here, though, and it is still 1-1. All right, we're going to bring off Jota. We'll bring on Paulinho. Obviously, we've got Barco on the bench, but I'm going to bring on Paulinho. Adds a little bit, you know, of more attacking threat on there as well. Liverpool have turned their game around, so still will stay as it stands, despite whatever our result. They'll still stay at 6th place. Chelsea's player condition, as you can see, Rudiger, Zouma struggling a little bit of fitness. I'd assume, you know, some of them may come off, but they've got Belotti on the bench, who seems to do quite well against us. It's coming up to half time. I think it's going to be 1-1, taking an early lead, which is great for us. Chelsea have come back into the game, but it's still open. Both teams doing very well. Hopefully we can hold on or maybe grab another goal as well. So then here we are, second half kicking off. We've still got some good power on the bench to bring on. Pellegrini, Barkley as well. But Liverpool 3-1 up now. Looks like they're going to be holding on to their 3 points. So if we could turn this point into a win, that would be ideal. Belotti's just come on for Inaki Williams out on the right-hand side. Zouma with the ball in. Rajkovic does come and collect. Can we start some sort of counter-attack? Rajkovic will hold on to the ball for a little bit longer. Rolls it out to Bastoni, to Bamba, to Coquelin. Shaw with a bit of room there. To Andre Gomez. Zouma pushing a little bit higher up. Andre Gomez will find Sirhois. He's got the option there on the right-hand side, but passes it back to Coquelin. Andre Gomez. Great pass to Matt Ritchie. Into Sirhois again, and not far away. Good effort. Good patient build-up. I like that as well. You know, sometimes we dwell on the ball a little bit too much, and especially against these bigger sides, we get done on the break. But good patient build-up play. Did well. Sirhois on a 6.5, probably not being at his best. I know one player that does play well in this is Pellegrini. I'm going to bring him on. Now, the good thing for us is as well that Chelsea have used all 3 subs. Dybala's just had a knock, so they may not go down to 10 men. We'll keep the last sub for the next sort of 5 minutes or so. See the situation. Now, Dybala is gone. Well, he's going to have to go off the pitch. So they're down to 10 men, which allows us maybe to take advantage of this. Just going to make one last change. Andre Gomez will come off. Ross Barkley on. Obviously, we have the option of Barco there as well, but a bit more fitness in the middle could prove worthy. We're going to go attacking. They've still got some good options there, but we're going to go attacking. We'll see if we could cause any more damage to Chelsea. They're struggling for fitness. We've told them to push forward. Here is Pellegrini. We want him in the middle, really. Barkley. Coquelin. Chelsea really defensive. Pellegrini! Paulinho! Come on! It's 2-1 here at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea's injury downfalls have come to hinder them. And this could be a massive 3 points for us. Pellegrini found Barkley. Into Coughlin. Pellegrini, I don't know what he was doing out on the left, but he's found Paulinho, who just always seems to come up with the goods. Belotti's taking a knock now for Chelsea. Surely there is no way back for them. We're coming up to 90 minutes. There is one more chance. One more chance. Marcus Alonso down to Alaba. They've gone free at the back now. Chelsea trying to get that goal. Richie tries to scare it away. Belotti on a knock. With a knock. Goes for goal. Hits the side netting. That was Chelsea's chance. Instructions now. We're going to go defensive. Turn off play out defence. We'll turn on clear the ball to flanks. We're going to stick to positions. Be a bit more disciplined. And we're going to waste time. Let's see what happens in the last few minutes of stoppage time. Are we about to pick up a fantastic 3 points here at Chelsea? It may well be the case. Look at their condition. They've struggled today. It looks like the final whistle is going to go, and it does. That is a massive 3 points for us. We got a little bit of luck with their players coming off, but we still had to go and get a goal. We got the goal. Pellegrini coming on, getting the assist. And Paulinho coming up with the goods again. It finishes Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. So that injury for Jota sees him out now for sort of the next 4 to 5 weeks. We may not see him again this season. But that win now leaves us in a good position in 7th. Arsenal do have 2 games in hand. Obviously 6 points behind. But it puts a bit of pressure on for them now to win the 2 games. Man City as well. Bit of pressure coming up on them. We play them next. Let's see how we can get on. If we can get a point from this, this will be a very, very successful 2 games. So here we are then for game number 2 of today's video. After a great win against Chelsea, come on to this game and everything, even outside of our matches, are going well. United have confirmed the title. They've won the league. Arsenal are out the FA Cup. So now top 7 really is for European places. I think we made a couple of changes since that win. Paulinho and Demarai Gray both come in. Paulinho comes in for an injured Diogo Jota, and Demarai Gray comes in for Matt Ritchie, who'll start on today's bench. Man City are starting with the same formation. Higuain up front, Vitolo and Sterling on the right. De Bruyne and Sousa in the middle. Ruben Neves returns. This is his first time we've played him this season. I think we've played City 3 or 4 times. Alexandro, Nathan Ake, Tart, Danilo and Ederson as the back 4 and the goalkeeper. This will be an interesting one. I think, a little bit of pressure has been taken off. Arsenal have dropped points. Let's see what we can do. Let's say there's a great opportunity for us. If we can get a point, I'll be happy. You can see the league table right there as it stands with 6 points clear if we draw this game. And I'll be happy with this. I will be happy. If we can get 3 points, even better. And I think the game against Liverpool, the penultimate game of the season, will be interesting as well. We can put a bit of pressure on them. Europa League is definitely looking like what we're going to be getting. And that I'm absolutely fine with. We wanted European football. Ideally, I thought it'd be via the Cup. But it looks like we may well be getting it via the league. So stat-wise, it looks like we're having a bit of a stronger start than Manchester City. But it's still fairly quiet at the moment. Andre Gomez has picked up a slight knock. We've obviously got Barkley on the bench who can come in on that sort of attacking playmaker role. But half hour gone, still pretty quiet. What we're going to do is just encourage the players a little bit more if my mouse doesn't want to play up. Man City yet to have a shot on target, and it looks like we may go into half time with no sort of main chance. Maybe one chance. Maffeo here back to Coughlin. Into Andre Gomez from range, perhaps. No, he lays it. Demarai Gray will find Paulinho, and he wasn't far away. Slides it past the left-hand side, and it's still 0-0. So it's half time, it's 0-0. We're doing what we need to do at the moment. Assertively, we're going to say we're not doing badly. Then we'll select all, and let's say there's a lot more to come from us. That'll do. Obviously, we've got Andre Gomez. I'm like, actually, do I bring him off? I'll bring him off just to be safe. Ross Barkley will come on. Barkley, to be fair, has been really, really decent since we've sort of been playing him. Obviously, he wanted more first team football. He's got it, and he was a lot of money, to be fair. So I mean, same price as Demarai Gray, but Demarai Gray has been fantastic. He's been labelled as being one of the contenders for Player of the Year in the league. So up against some fantastic names. Icardi comes on for Gonzalo Higuain, both labelled as elite strikers. We've got Pellegrini on the bench. He obviously created the winner in the last game. Sir Hoyce has been quiet again, but we may well go with Pellegrini. Demarai Gray as well on the right hand side, not being overly effective, but Paulinho been a little bit quiet. We've got 20 minutes left then Been a really, really quiet game. Both teams cancelling each other out. We've got one last change. It'll either be Barco or Richie coming on, I'd assume, after this one. Paulinho will now come on to the pitch with 20 minutes to go. May well be a chance here. Maffeo switches it to Luke Shaw. Barkley into Paulinho. Back into Barkley, he'll find Fellaini. Fellaini now tries an audacious switch to Demarai Gray. Pulls off, and there's Pellegrini, the substitute. Back across to Paulinho, and he's done it again. Pellegrini, Paulinho, the combination does it again. And in the 73rd minute, we're 1-0 up here against Manchester City. And we're about to get back-to-back wins against two of the teams in the top 5. And we're doing the business. Look at that. Great play from Pellegrini. I thought it might have been an own goal. But Paulinho stands there and celebrates because this is about to be, hopefully, another fantastic, fantastic victory for us. Right. What do we do? Now, we've got options to do. We're going to bring off... We'll bring off I'll bring off Demarai Gray. Just because he's just come back from injury. His sharpness isn't 100%. He still looks pretty good, though. We'll bring on Matt Ritchie. More experienced. Hopefully, we can shut out this game now. So the last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes, we're just going to tell the players to concentrate. City really haven't offered as much as they probably would have wanted to in this game. And this is going to put a real dent in their top 4 hopes. We're coming up towards stoppage time. We're doing what we do normally, defensive, waste time. We're going to take off these instructions now. Be more disciplined, stick to positions, clear ball to flanks. Can we do it? Last couple of minutes now into stoppage time. Firmino comes on for Vitolo, but it may not be enough for Manchester City. Could clear this away. We can. There's the final whistle. We wanted 3 points in this episode. We got that ×2. 6 points altogether from 2 massive games. We've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten Manchester City today. We've beaten 2 of the teams that really would have hoped for top 4. Chelsea should still get it, but Manchester City now had a big hit. They're still 4 points off the top 4. Everton with games in hand, but Wolves now, we're 8 points clear of Arsenal. With 2, they do have 2 games in hand, but either way, even if Arsenal win both of those games, we're still 2 points clear. We're putting massive pressure on Liverpool, who we play in 2 games' time. And next episode, we will be back for the season finale up against Hull. They may well be relegated by then, but we have 2 games in the meantime. As long as we don't slip up massively, we play Southampton, who still are in a slight relegation battle, and Liverpool, who are in there in the top 6 with Manchester City. Hopefully you'll join me for the next episode up against Hull, but what a season it's been. Just 3 more games. Any more slip-ups, we may be in trouble, but we're almost into the promised land. Thanks for watching again. Make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. And until next time, I'll see you all very soon.